Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the best of 5 finals of the Riot Turkey International Invitational. We are into game 3 now of Samurai in Jeans versus Dragonborns 2-0 in favor of Samurai in Jeans, so Dragonborns have a lot of work to do. We're in Champion Select right now and Rapid still has not been able to manage to get his tournament client functional, so he will be casting from the stream. Therefore, he will be a little bit delayed, and I will just tell you what the bans are now. Rapid, Elise, Zac, Thresh, and Twisted Fade.
Kind of curious to see Samurai in Jeans going for that Zac ban. I didn't feel like it was a very big player in the last game. I think, in my own mind, it seems like Samurai in Jeans are trying to help out the lineup there from Dragonborns, saying, you know what, this pick really isn't working for you, so, maybe you should try something new this time around. And it definitely will be having to. I think also we could see a Nunu ban here coming out as the last one for Dragonborns, and I hate predicting things when I'm behind, but with the Caitlyn ban, it's basically the same thing, saying they don't want to see any of that 80 carry nonsense happening.
And with that Caitlyn pickup, ban, so that's going to be putting Samurai and Jeans in a position where they're probably going to want to run a similar composition to the last game, where they had more threats to kind of distract from a more independent AD carry than going for that pure protect the carry, long range, high damage setup that they had with Caitlyn. Still, they seem to value Malphite very, very highly. Samurai and Jeans picking that up as their first pick there, and we do now see Dragonborns with 2 picks available to them. What do you think they're going to go for?
Well, when you look at what's available, I'm actually having some problems like figuring this out because, Dragonborns, they always go for that high burst AP so that you can kill the 80 carry in one shot, and then it just doesn't work out. So this time around, they may decide to go for something different because they know that what they've been trying so far hasn't been working.
Yeah, at the moment they're hovering over that Nunu, and if they were to go for a high burst AP carry, the problem would probably be that the Samurai Jeans would pick a very beefy lineup and a lot of disruption to prevent him from ever doing that. I'm just curious, they do have the last pick available to them, so they may just save it for the last pick and then look to counter what is happening from Samurai and Jeans. We do have the Nami and the Nunu picks being locked in there from Dragonborns, so they actually now have much more of a protect the carry composition than Samurai and Jeans.
Interesting to see Dragonborns going for that Nami pickup actually after it worked so well for Samurai and Jeans in the last game. The confusion to me is why the Jace and Malphite picks aren't reversed, because how can you not pick that guy first every single game? I've talked to like a number of the Challenger tier North American teams that are just like, yeah, if you get Jace, you kind of just like, win and stuff. So as the third pick there, Kaostv probably going to be playing that in the mid lane. I would expect to see probably something a little bit different coming out from Young Buck. But actually a Trundle there by Gob, maybe he's, just trolling for now, but I don't want to make too many big predictions. But like you said, yeah, a lot more 80 carry centric focus here onto Hosan. And man, if you can hit those Ezreal ults like you did last game, I don't care if you protect that guy because he's going to be a monster.
What on earth are they going for here?
That's that champion. Let me look back to the very back of my brain to remember what it's actually named, because that hasn't been seen in like a million years. Who runs Sivir? I don't know, man. This is Dragonborns pulling out some crazy stuff.
What on earth? I have not seen a Sivir. I mean, even in ranked, where you'll see everything and everyone, I haven't seen Sivir in ages. I'm just very confused to see why you would ever pick Sivir nowadays. Her range is 500, so she's just not got the range to really deal with a high range carry like, say, Varus, who has, 575 to 75 range. Pretty significant difference between the two of them. Yeah, I guess you have the spell shield to stop the kind of ability-based harass, but now, and I guess she did get a tiny buff last patch, I think, where she now procs her passive on her Q. But again, I just don't see how that's really going to change things around very much. And the Trundle pick as well is pretty strange. Normally only ever really seen in a kind of poking composition, because you can use the pillar to lock people down so that people will then get hit by the spear or the shock blast, something like that. I mean, are they just flat out just giving up on this game, or are they just running the most next level composition I've ever seen? I just can't even tell.
Dragonborns have done some of the craziest things that I have ever seen. Well, that actually works. They've run Vi mid, they've run Soraka Nidalee in the bottom lane. This time around, I am questioning my own sanity. It's the games like these that really sort of like test your mettle as a caster. You're just like, what are these teams doing? I don't know. But actually, as far as Dragonborns are concerned, they have a lot of pushing potential, and the catch potential is actually pretty cool because they're going to be able to max that pillar out on Gob. He's probably going to be laning. At least I would expect to see a lane Trundle. He loves playing these high sustain champions, whether it's Zac or here in this case Trundle. So you're going to be able to catch people out with pillars, with aqua prisms, even with the ice balls coming out from Nunu. And the chasing power is very, very high here from Dragonborn. So once they start running at you, you're really not going to get away. So they could use that early game as far as ganks and positioning for objectives are concerned, and especially late game when you're going for some team fights. This is going to look really crazy for the guys from Dragonborns. Across the board, Samurai and Jeans with a much more standard lineup, taking a page out of the early MYM book, going for that Sona Varus composition for a lot of CC. And you look towards the Malphite, and V-Power are going to be jungling Lee Sin, so also picking up a little bit of extra in that category as well. So loving the lineup from Samurai and Jeans, but I just have no idea what to expect from Dragonborns.
We're going to be going into a break, and as soon as I've just imparted this small piece of knowledge to you, Shushay is running Ignite. I think it's going to be Nami mid. We're going into a break. See you after this.
It's turned to grey, and I feel like I'm losing love again. I don't know how I'm here. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel somewhere you're looking down. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel somewhere you're looking down. 'Cause it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna breathe. And it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna need. And it's you that I wanna need. And I know now we're getting older. The world we built is slipping through our fingers. We're running out of time. But you are the one I've chosen, and I won't lay still, living left behind, imprisoned by this love. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel somewhere you're looking down. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel somewhere you're looking down. 'Cause it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna breathe. And it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna need.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, we are in game now, but we are paused. So while Hosan reconnect, we are just going to be going into a quick break. We should see you again relatively shortly. In fact, Hosan did just reconnect. Might be worth seeing if they restart it, so I'm just going to kind of sit around for 20 seconds or so to see if it actually starts. If it does, then good to go. He's left again. We're going to a break. See you later. Hello ladies and gentlemen, we are getting underway at last. Hosan has reconnected, fixed his computer, hit it with a hammer, etc, etc. We are getting underway and I am going to be joined by Rapid.
Hey, it's good to be here in Game 3 of the Grand Finals of the Riot SIJ International Invitational. It's Dragonborns versus Samurai and Jeans. This is match point for Samurai and Jeans.
Yeah, at this point they could be just looking to take it home very, very early. Dragonborns are running with the most unconventional composition I've ever seen, I think. And that's even counting some of their compositions in the LCS. Things like the Soraka Nidalee bottom. And I'm being attacked by my cat. So, Rapid, take over for a second.
Yeah, when you consider it unconventional, like for North America, it was like Marn did a bunch of unconventional things. You had Complexity run things like Annie and Ziggs mid. For the European scene, it's pretty much Dragonborns. They have a lot of things up their sleeves. They've done Vi mid, Soraka Nidalee bottom, and for this game, we will have Sivir. And as unconventional as that is, we'll have Sivir, Nunu, Soraka. Gob's going to be playing Trundle, and then Shushay is playing Nami. Now, we saw him hover on that earlier, so it's like, okay, well, he may be playing that mid lol JK, he's going to be trading that for support. But this game, he didn't quite get that trade off in time. He's up in the top lane, going to be looking for some of these double golems to start things out. And right off the bat, you're going to see Dragonborns actually taking down 3 jungle camps at level 1, and then moving on to take down those major buffs as well. Pretty much the same thing starting there for the guys from Samurais and Jeans. They're going to take down double golems, move up there towards the red buff. Jace actually took down those wolves, so he's going to have a little bit of a level advantage as he goes into the lane. And it's going to be Jace versus Trundle in the top lane, with a Malphite versus Nami mid.
Never really seen Nami mid. I tried it once when she was released, and I declared it appallingly bad because she has no wave clear to speak of. And that is kind of a disaster in mid lane. And even if the jungler rotates in to help with that, that's still going to cause problems because she's still going to have no wave clear because Nunu has no wave clear either. Unless he's willing to use his ult, which would be weird. Now we have V-Power heading towards this top lane. Gob is a little bit behind at the moment on XP. Could be going for this dive maybe? Nah, surely not. So, just being spotted out by that ward and Gob backs off so does his opponent jungler. In fact, V-Power now heading towards that Wraith camp, has spotted out Virtual, is going to be putting down the Q, is going to be putting down the E, is going to be putting down the second Q and E. A little bit of damage extra. W goes down, going to be backing out though. So just kind of trading off, but honestly Nunu is going to consume his way back to health. Lee Sin, that health is probably going to stay off him for a while. And we are continuing to see Shushay putting down a bit of damage in this mid lane on Malphite, but I don't know if it's really adding up to be too significant at the moment. And I'm curious to see what he's maxing. He's actually maxing Q. Okay, that makes sense, I think.
It does make sense, and that's what you see most Sivers actually max. A lot of people maxing Q nowadays.
Oh, in bottom lane, actually, sorry to cut you off, but I know you're casting from the stream. Hosan did not actually die. Soraka heal saved him, but he went extremely low.
Yeah, and the piercing arrow from Reckless there almost picked up the kill, but dodging just out of range of that. So, you know, no super fast level 6 Karthus in the game, and I don't think we're going to see an Ezreal ult, so looks like he's going to be safe for now.
Yeah, and we do now see Virtual coming in from the side. He's actually not wanting to get too aggressive, though. They know V-Power is in the area, but Mover is actually getting a little bit hurt here. Piercing arrow goes down, Flash comes out. It was just a very, very narrow escape again. And now, once again, the bottom lane from Dragonborns and their jungler now are kind of in a bit of an awkward spot. They're committed to this, and they are going to be okay for now, it seems. V-Power is standing around, though. Creeps aggroed on him, so he knows that vision is there in that brush. Just going to be backing out, just going to be heading home, except maybe not because there is a ward. There is a ward jump and there is a Q available. If he wants to go for it, he could. He's going to wait and see. There we go. Q goes in, blocked by Hosan. Phenomenal reflexes, but he's still going to be taking damage from this. He's going to be taking W and the E and a fair bit more. Actually, the follow-up from Lee, not able to land it. Well, does land it, sorry, but does not wish to follow up with the flying kick to the face. Is just going to be a return to passive laning as per usual, I think.
Yeah, now as far as the mid lane is concerned, I'm going to keep looking at all these weird matchups because we're going to have to talk about them. Bottom lane, a lot of harassment there. Hosan kind of getting a little bit of the worst deal there as Reckless and Unlimited just shoving him under there. Nami, though, in the mid lane, having her own set of issues.
Yeah, and actually now we have Gob in the top lane getting aggressive on Youngbuck. He's also got that jungler gank coming in. Going to be getting knocked back. Ghost goes down from Gob. He's got this continual damage, but he just doesn't seem to have quite enough to really grind down Youngbuck. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to get out of there with his life. And that is not an ideal situation. Cooldown's burned, and not really that much gained there for Gob. He's doing okay though at the moment. Not really being pushed out of the lane. Jace on roughly equal CS. Kind of harder to farm with Jason actually move out in bot. In a little bit of trouble. Has put the exhaust down on Reckless. Is going to be putting down some damage from Sivir on Unlimited. But there's a very high risk here that he could end up dead if he chooses to stay in. Does look like at the moment nothing is happening. But I will be waiting with buttocks clenched in case something does.
I was going to say bated breath, but you know what? We can go with that too. The biggest deal, like you mentioned, cooldowns burn. Ghost is down for Gob in the top lane. Still has teleport up. Ignite's down for Nami as he actually ignited V-Power as he went in and was able to safeguard out for really no real damage there. Shushay, every time Kaostv walks up there for
oh, I'm so sorry, going in that bottom lane. It looked like it was just a normal auto attack trade, but then he just suddenly turned around. Hosan now getting that piercing arrow block with the spell shield, gets picked up by V-Power though. Nicely played on the whole. Mover actually gets picked up by the teleport. Kaostv unstoppable force under the tower as he was trying to suicide. He was on about 10 health when he got killed. Nicely played. And this is the problem with Nami mid, I feel. He's just not going to be able to push the lane to react when Malphite roams.
You just said this is the problem with Nami mid, and like there's so many problems with that sentence, Spuddington. You just said the words Nami mid, you said the problem, insinuating that, you know, there's not a lot of those, and the word Nami in the I don't know. It's just not really working out for me, and apparently not really working out for Shushay either.
No, at the moment he is on 47 CS to 37 on Malphite, so I guess he is out farming his opponent. His opponent did just roam a bot and pick up a free kill, which is worth about 20 CS, so he's significantly ahead on the gold front, and is also probably going to be more useful later on. I don't know what the AP ratio is on the variety of abilities that he has. Shushay, that
low.
Is, we have about, it's going to be about 0.6 on the ult. We've actually got Kaostv now getting attacked by Nunu, getting in there. He is just going to be putting in that Q on Shushay, scaring him away. Tidal wave comes down, a little bit of burst damage coming out, but it's going to be Nunu that picks up that kill. We do see Shushay able now to try and back out. He can't really clear the wave. We've actually got the flash. Oh my lord, that was close. W flash Q from Lee, just whiffed.
I was watching that and I had high hopes, but unfortunately it was not to be.
Oh, sorry, top lane. Now we have Gob fighting off with Young Buck. The Ignite went down, the ults went down, and it did look like the knockback from Gob may have actually, from Young Buck there, sorry, will have ended the fight. Continue with your thought.
That was a great disengage there, and that's the problem with going up against Jace. In order to fight Jace, you have to position yourself in his route of escape so that he can't use that knockback to disengage, because it just winds up going right back on there. But this is the great thing about Trundle in that top lane.
Bot lane though, Mover has been caught, is going low. We also have Lee Sin coming in from the side, going to be not going for it though. Could pick up Virtual if they wanted to, but they're actually a little bit scared of Hosan here. He's going to be chasing down. Reckless has been slowed. Absolute Zero, Flash, Crescendo coming in. Hosan now as well. We've got Shushay from the side. Surely will have the tidal wave soon. Bubble goes down. V-Power going down very, very low, and now we have the Ignite on him ticking. It should be enough, but Hosan goes under the kill. Goes under for the kill. Greedy getting killed as a result, and now we have Kaostv arriving on the scene. I don't think he's really going to be able to do anything though. Does look like everyone's just going to back out.
Unlimited with the Q of Destiny picking that one up. Kaostv still, you know, a little bit late to the party, but still it's going to make it 4-3, and there's still a 1 kill advantage there. Things are actually incredibly even at this early point in the game, although I would say that Samurai and Jeans are really doing a better job of sort of like, I don't know, countering out a lot of these plays. You've had Kaostv TP bottom for a kill, and just a lot of great plays by V-Power kind of getting in there and supporting the rest of his team. But overall, you know, see Shushay with double buffs, I believe, as he is actually not doing all that badly, like you mentioned, out in farm.
Yeah, he seems to be farming very, very well. Nami does have a fairly responsive auto-attack animation. Actually, he's going all in on Kaostv, going in with the ultimate, going in with the E and the W. Going to be following this up. Forces the unstoppable force, but not the flash. So that's actually probably cost Shushay a little bit more than it has the has Kaostv. And in turn, Kaostv will pick up that blue buff and look to head home. And this is the problem, again, one of the problems with Nami mid. You can see Kaostv is recalling, Kaostv is recalling. Nami really wants this wave to hit the tower. You want to hit the tower because it'll waste the he's finally got it to move forward, and it was already pushing in his direction. So yeah, it's quite a slow process for Nami to try and push out. And yeah. The AP ratios don't seem to be particularly great. What, like 0.6 on most of the things, I think?
She has a 0.65 on her Aqua Prism with a 0.3 ratio on her heal, a 0.5 on the magic damage, 0.6
Top
and 0.2.
lane now, actually, sorry, we have got the Bilge Watercolors, we've got the pillar going down. Young Buck actually not going to be going down, though, so continue.
I was just kind of looking at her ratios. It's a 0.7 for her ultimate, so, you know, not all that bad. But really, that's the highest one to deal with, so probably solidly in the support category as far as I'm concerned. But you know what? Shushay doesn't really care.
Yep, well, he is the Sejuani mid-man, so who really knows? We have Unlimited poking Hosan down a little bit, taking advantage of the auto-attack range differences so that the auto-attacks from Unlimited are currently doing a little bit more damage to Hosan than Hosan is doing in return, simply because Hosan can't. We do have Lee Sin coming in the mid lane, jumping straight into a bubble. Not quite ideal, but he's going to be okay. No follow-up damage from Nami there. We are now seeing Hosan. This is the interesting thing. Dragonborn's composition feels like a cheese comp. It feels like something that is just going to have a gimmick and they're going to run with it. Like we saw it a couple of weeks ago in the EUS Challenger Series. We saw Dong Squad running like the 5-man push squad. And it didn't work out for them. But you could see how it could have worked. But this game, it just seems like Dragonborns have picked a bunch of weird champions that nobody ever plays. And actually now in mid, Shushay in a lot of trouble. Teleport coming in. He has got that heal down, has got the wish down. Not going to be enough to save his life. We did have the teleport cancelled, I think, in the end there. Jace stopping Gob from coming in. And like I say, it feels like they've taken a bunch of weird champions and now they're just playing it really straight. They're not doing anything wacky. Actually, bot lane now, Hosan going to be getting Chain of Corruption. Exhaust goes across Reckless, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to get taken down. We do get the kill on Sona, so that's not entirely ideal from the perspective of Reckless, but he's going to be okay. Mover will go down as well, and that one will go to Varus. There was a kill in the... No, there wasn't. That was Nami. Don't worry.
Yeah, anytime Nami's concerned, I'm just like, I'm not really worried. I'm not really worried unless it's, you know, for her. Top lane, the almost kill onto Gob. That sustain coming back up there in the last turret shot, man. Gob is just a master at baiting things out there, just able to drop down so low, but still not only pick up the kill there, but that's also going to be a dragon going down there, picked up for Samurai and Jeans.
And we have another disconnect. So, do you feel at this point that Dragonborns even really have much hope in this game? Do you feel like there is something in this composition that they can use to actually win the game? He has actually reconnected, so we should be getting underway fairly shortly.
Yeah, the big thing for this team composition for Dragonborns is the chasing potential. If there's like a race, there's no way they're gonna lose. And I think that when it comes to later game team fights, if they can reposition and disengage and sort of just like kite their opponents, that's what this team comp is all about. It's about kiting extremely hard, whether you have On the Hunt or just Nunu with the Blood Boil and the extra movement speed you're gonna get from Nami's passive. They just have to fit all of that in one team composition, and I guess they did it, just not necessarily in the same lanes you'd expect.
I am a genius. My microphone was indeed muted. Well done, Bass. Thank you for pointing that out. Mover going to be going low in this bottom lane now. He's going to be chased down. Blade of the Rune King proc. And there we go. Following it up under the tower. It does look like that kill is going to go down. Hosan now in turn going to be going low. Has got that spell shield. Does get it popped by Unlimited. Unlimited now going to be flashing away as Hosan does much the same in return. But very much able to keep himself alive there. Just a little bit of health and very, very cleanly kept up there. We now see Virtual taking a little bit of damage here from V-Power. He's going low. He could fall a little bit lower, and then all it would be 1Q, 1R, and that's not actually been enough. Flash for the auto attack to finish, and that will be the kill. Once again, going in the favor of Samurai and G.
Samurai, man, they're picking up 11 and 4 right now as far as kills are concerned, and there's really doesn't seem too much that they're lacking. I mean, top lane Gob's been doing a pretty good job versus Youngbuck, and in the Treadle versus Jace matchup.
Indeed, Gob is going in now on Youngbuck. Has popped that ultimate, has popped that Blade of the Rune King, has popped the Q and the damage. Youngbuck now trying to keep himself alive, does not manage to do so. Gob going all in and winning pretty hard.
And he's actually done that twice in a row ever since he kind of baited Jace deep underneath his turret and took him out there. He's actually been able to win that matchup as Trundle. All you really have to do is like keep your health high, and something he's actually really good at doing, and then you just run at them. And I think that's something that's pretty true with the entire Dragonborns lineup. And if they want to pick up kills or objectives, you just run at your enemy team. It actually works out pretty well for them. So we'll have to see if it works out for more than just Trundle so far.
Yeah, and we are seeing now the push coming in on this mid lane, and this is the one thing that Sivir does better than probably any other AD carry, and that's push creep waves hard. She can just give them with a WQ, basically. One-shot them. And now we see V-Power coming in from the side here, doesn't land that Q, will not be able to chase that down. And in turn, we are seeing the bubble landing actually on V-Power. V-Power getting fully ulted there, the Nami ult doing a little bit of damage, and now we are seeing Virtual running out of here. It does look like the rest of Dragonborns are beating a hasty retreat. We do see Jace in the mid lane, and Varus now up top lane, but he dares not go near Trundle. Trundle could just all in him, much as he has been doing to Jace. Very, very scary prospect, not something he wants to have to deal with, and Nami is going to pick up this blue buff.
Alright, so the blue buff Nami here to save Dragonborns. But, you know, as skeptical as I can be here, the team composition, we talked about how it could work later on.
Hold that thought, though. We've actually got Hosan in a lot of trouble. Has been caught by V-Power now. Is going to be having to run out of here. We've got Crescendo going across. Youngbuck putting down the damage. Hosan kept alive, though, by the heal. The bubble goes down. Hits unlimited. And we've got Mover going low. Going to be picked up by Youngbuck. And the Shot Blast comes across. Not going to hit. But if it had hit, it would have killed Hosan in one shot. Varus going to push down this top.
Yeah, the double heals. Navi has one. Soraka as well. They're going to be able to superpower Hosan for now, but really just saving his life so he can, you know, get back to base. Doesn't make him any more effective at kind of containing Samurai and Jeans, because there's really not too much corralling them right now. They can kind of do whatever they want. They're starting to take down some turrets, 2-0 so far in that category. It really doesn't look like Dragonborns are going to be able to answer back anytime soon.
Yes, and we are now seeing Virtual and Hosan in this mid lane unable to really stop that tower going down. We it just feels like, as I mentioned, like as if they were running a gimmick composition, but it just is not working out for them because they aren't really doing anything special. They're just running champions that nobody plays, and nobody plays them for a reason. And then they're just kind of, yeah, running at people. As you say, Trundle now actually in the top lane has been rooted, is going to be taking a lot of damage, surely going to be going down, but maybe not. Trundle, too tanky, healing way too fast, and is actually able to put some distance between. Piercing arrow goes across but misses. Gob surely will be picked up. Double auto attacks will be enough, but it may have forced Reckless to overcommit here. We have got the Nami, we have got the Nunu, we have got the Team N, we have in fact got Team Support ganking this top lane. Reckless will get supported the hell out of him, and he is now killed as a result of amassed supports murdering the heck out of him. We do now also see Sivir heading in towards this bottom lane. Youngbuck putting a lot of damage on the tower. Hosan putting down the damage on Youngbuck in turn. The spell shield blocks, but we actually see Youngbuck just knocking him away. And actually they have 500 range, both of them, don't they, in range form? How unusual.
Yeah, it's the battle of the short-range AD carries, I guess. Interesting to see that he didn't actually save the spell shield for that knockback, so he could have kept on chasing things out. But really, you don't want to overextend too much, especially when we're so early on in the game. I mean, Kaostv picked up a blue buff of his own. The pushing power has been actually kind of equalized, so Samurai and Jeans not succumbing to the push, not really giving Dragonborns the opportunity to kind of chase them down, with the notable exception of that top lane, as Godman, he's actually been getting the job done now, picks up a Locket of the Iron Solari as his second item after Blade of the Ruined King. So if you guys are looking at how to build your top lane Trundles, that's apparently what you got to get done.
Well, Blade of the Ruined King does work pretty well with that extra healing bonus, plus it gives him the attack speed, and we've actually now got Hosan going to be in a lot of trouble now. Has to flash over the wall, gets ulted, no hesitation from Kaostv. He knew exactly what Hosan was going to do there. Very nicely played, picks that kill up, but may have cost them the dragon, and Reckless now could get caught out, but actually, in turn, turns the trap around. Chain of Corruption goes down. We've now got the follow-up from Gob. Going to be just kind of sitting in the middle of everyone, dying slowly, but it's a very, very slow death, and I don't think they can stop him from running away. He's too tanky, too CC reduced. Resistant? CC resistant. Youngbuck actually now jumping on Gob. He is surely going to go down to this. There we go. Does get picked up. Hammer blow to the face, and that is enough.
Yeah, Godman, he's been able to kind of sustain there through some of those low life situations earlier, just unfortunately not quite this time around. He goes down at 6-16 in the kill count, and the gold count continuing to widen as Samurai and Jeans, man, they're just winning on all fronts, 3-1 in turrets as well. The objective control definitely way in their favor.
Yeah, and actually now we see Virtual getting potentially caught out. Slows come across, Crescendo comes across, Angry Jace on the head, but To the Skies does not proc the damage. Double flash, Virtual is very low, does get picked up in the end, and that is a kill to Samurai and Jeans. But Shushay is hanging on around the side. We see Jace going very low. Ultimate comes in for Kaostv. Shushay just gets deleted again, and that is the problem with Nami. And Gob now actually going all in on Youngbuck. Youngbuck gonna be trying to stay alive, but gets picked up by Soraka. Soraka, though, is not really the one you want. Gob, super tanky, will never die, but that is not going to stop them from killing the tower, and that means that that tower will fall relatively quickly. Kaostv is beefy as heck as well, will walk under that tower, will just tank any amount of damage, and we've actually now got V-Power going in. Hosan just standing there while he dies. I suspect once he got hit by the Q, he's kind of like, oh, welp. And that is going to be the inhib, and I think probably that will be Samurai and Jeans backing out. In fact, it may even be the surrender vote from Dragonborns. Hosan quit and reconnected again. It's okay, he's back. So now we have Reckless having to run away from Nunu. Has got that Blade of the Ruined King. We have got the DC according to... That might have been why he stood still. We now see the blue buff being stolen away. Virtual coming in, but he's actually running into 4 men here. That could be bad, but we've got the tidal wave coming across. Of course, Dragonborns have used none of their cooldowns because they all died instantly last time. We now have V-Power in this situation trying to put down the damage. We've got a Chain of Corruption does come in. We've got the Unstoppable Force back off cooldown. Shushay is low, but he is okay. Does get that heal off. You have got that nice damage coming out from Trundle, basically, and now we have Kaostv in a lot of trouble too. We've got Shushay trying to chase him down, but he hasn't got the movement speed. We've got the Scob picking up the kill on Lee Sin. We've got the Piercing Arrow picking up the Nunu. We've got the follow-up now, Bubble over the wall. Next level MLG Pro on Youngbuck. He is going to go down any second now. There we go. Trundle does not have a lot of damage, although he does do a lot. Does not have a lot of damage, even though he doesn't take a lot either. And we are seeing Sona being encircled here. The pillar will come down any second now. Soraka is just tanking the tower, laughing as she does it. And there we go. Kaostv has actually teleported in. He's going to be going in with the attack speed slow. Can they dive him? No, they're not going to try that. He's way too beefy. But he is going to try and chase down Gob. Gob just a little bit too tanky, though, I suspect, to be taken down by a rock. But if he stops them from recalling, that's going to cost them that mid tower. That means Reckless gets to push for free. And now we see Gob going very low. Pop that ultimate, though, at the last second, turning it around on Kaostv. Kaostv now having to back out, is going to be running for his life. Gets the attack speed slow, but it doesn't look like he's going to go down. And that's 3 men committed at bot for ages to achieve very, very little to kill Kaostv. And actually now he's chasing down Gob. The tidal wave turnaround comes in. Stop doing things! Pillar comes in. We've actually now got Kaostv back. And they back out because they can't kill him because he's too tanky. Which you'd hope they would have discovered a while ago. Not that I'm being sarcastic. But that being said, we are now seeing Mover being chased down. V-Power looks for this. He's got the mobility boost. He's going to pick that up. She flashed earlier. Wasn't enough. Bubble came down. Not enough again. And that's a nice death animation too. I like that. But anyway, Rapid, you haven't said anything in a while. How's things? How are you doing?
Oh, you know, listening to the Spuddington guy, it's somewhat mesmerizing. But what's also mesmerizing is actually, you know, you get a chance to see a little bit of the Dragonborns team composition and how it works out kind of, sort of, in some situations. Able to sort of chase down Samurai and Jeans and force them to fight when they really didn't want to. But I think Hosan's not going to need any help not fighting anymore.
Yeah, wasn't paying attention. He got put down quite nastily. And we are now seeing Trundle moving in towards Youngbuck. Youngbuck not really got the all-in damage to take him out instantly. And Gob is so tanky, but he's still alive. Is going to go down in the end, though. We do get the Kaostv pick up on that. DB Shushay is in a bit of a spot here. Going to be going down as well. That's a double kill to Lee Sin. Virtual now going to be going down to Reckless surely any second now. He has got Blood Boil. He does have Consume, but he has been slowed. He is going to be just taking damage slowly. But he is actually walking out. He's got mobility boots. If those proc, he's going to get out for free. And that is actually surprising me, but the piercing... Why did he stop? Why did he... Why? You were outrunning them. Outplayed, says Trundle. I don't even know.
How do you... Why? Okay, alright, next level tactics. And out here at the Riot Turkey International Invitational. You guys saw it here first.
He's a genius.
Basically, I mean, what else can you expect?
Yeah, I think maybe it was because his escape route was cut off. I think, but I don't I don't really know. So at this point, Sanity is leaving the game. We do have Sivir in this bottom lane with that Infinity Edge, as compared to Reckless, who has Infinity Edge and a Blade of the Ruined King and the components for a Zeal and the gold to build a Zeal and an extra dagger. That's quite a big difference between the two of them. That's bad for Dragonborns. I don't feel they have very good odds at winning this game. Gob, though, is being a hero. He is doing quite a lot of work for them, Trundle in this case. But the Baron is being taken. We do have Hosan flashing into 5 for because he's a genius. MVP, says Trundle. Yeah, that's kind of my viewpoint on this at this point as well. Gob didn't want to give me vision. Ah, right, okay, that's why. Okay, right. So internal strife. There you go. I think it's fair to say at this point they may have given up. And Shushei actually going to get jumped on, going to get flashed behind, going to get the ult backwards from Lee Sin. We've actually got the follow-up mover going low, gets destroyed. Crescendo gets onto that Nunu. He is going to be going down any second now, gets taken out, and that is another 3 kills in the favor of Samurai and Jeans.
Not looking good for our heroes on Dragonborns, at least, as the rest of Samurai and Jeans are going to continue pushing into the base. Seen the last couple of games end pretty one-sidedly, and it does not look like this game is going to be any difference. It's a best of 5, and this is game 3 match point for Samurai and Jeans. They can take this down, and they will be the winners of the Riot Turkey International Invitational, and it's looking pretty good for them so far.
Yeah, they are just really rocking. And we've actually got Home Guard teleport. Trundle coming in on Reckless. He's going to be jumping on him. We've got the follow-up Chain of Corruption from Reckless, turning it round onto Sivir. Sivir just gets destroyed because he just does not have the items. We've now got Youngbuck destroying Soraka in turn. We've got follow-up from Virtual, unable to do anything. And we've got the surrender vote. Oh, wait, no. Wait, was that destroyed? I don't... May have been a surrender vote, it may have just been destroyed, but anyway, Dragonborns have lost the 3rd game in a best of 5. 3-0 victory in the favor of Samurai and Jeans. They walk away with the win, but ladies and gentlemen, do not go away, because we will have the 3rd place match coming up shortly after this. I think we should be able to get that underway very quickly, so do stick around for that. But I have been Spuddington, and this has been a Rapid. We might be the same people casting next game, but we also might not, so I'm not actually sure. We'll see you after this break anyway.